Good evening, this is the New Dawn FM News in English, read to you by Aloysius Laukai. First, the headlines. Business houses raise concern of the impacts of state of emergency in South Bougainville. 3 regions quiet, says SOE controller. Health Secretary says lives of Bougainvilleans important. Bougainville not prepared for COVID-19, says doctor, and donor calls on ABG to restrict the number of political parties on Bougainville. Now the news in detail. The ABG Ministerial Committee on the state of emergency came under scrutiny from the people of South Bougainville when it visited Buin yesterday. The people told the committee that the state of emergency has caused sufferings to the people through the imposition of restrictions. Businessmen and women told the committee of severe losses in businesses because of the cycle in commerce and trade has been broken through restrictions on the informal sector, which supported the formal business sector. The committee is visiting Central and South Bougainville to get people's views on whether the state of emergency should be extended or lifted. Speaker of the ABG House of Representatives, Simon Pentanu, told the meeting that a report on its findings would be presented to the ABG Assembly on June 9th. A decision for extension or lifting of the state of emergency will depend on the views of the people as being expressed during its consultation meetings. The people told the meeting that while the state of emergency was for health reasons to ensure the safety of the people against the COVID-19 pandemic, no case has been detected or deaths reported since the lockdown and declaration of the state of emergency. They said the restrictions, especially closure of markets, has impacted heavily on the ordinary people who are now unable to buy a bar of soap to wash their hands, as emphasized under the COVID-19 prevention measures. They also told the committee that they were not feeling the impact of the government funding allocated for COVID-19 awareness and demanded explanations. The committee heard that rather than stopping markets, the COVID-19 operations should concentrate its efforts on policing the border areas because that was where the COVID-19 would enter the region. The Bougainville State of Emergency Controller, Deputy Commissioner Police and Chief of Bougainville Police, Francis Tokora, said that all the 3 regions have been quiet so far, although he had been getting many reports of minor incidents that his law enforcement officers have dealt with at their level. Mr. Tokora made his remarks in his daily brief to reporters this afternoon. He said that the 2 police officers that crossed the border into Solomon Islands have been charged 1,000 kina each, or they can serve their 1-year jail term at the Beckwood prison on Book Island. Commissioner Tokora said police will be dealing with them also under the Police Act as soon as their reports reach his office in Buka. On the schools, Mr. Tokora said that the Education Department is working to establish health protocols that, if approved, schools can commence. On the domestic flights into Bougainville, Commissioner said that it will take some time yet, but work on the quarantine and isolation facilities are progressing well. Once they are ready, they can relax some state of emergency orders to allow domestic flights to resume. You're listening to New Dawn FM News in English. The ABG Secretary for Health, Clement Tatavun, said that the lives of all Bougainvilleans are very important to protect than anything else. He made these comments at the handover takeover of 4 vehicles donated by the Fed to the Health Department this week. Mr. Tatavun said that throughout the world, people were dying from this coronavirus in thousands, and this was a concern for his department. He said people were requesting for the Bougainville elections to be conducted at this time, and this is risking the lives of our people. The Health Secretary warned that if Bougainville goes ahead with the elections and during the elections a COVID-19 case is reported as positive, he would not hesitate but cancel the elections. Bougainville is not prepared foreign outbreak of coronavirus pandemic. This is the stark reality revealed by an epidemiologist based at the Buin District Hospital, Launo Molomogacho, that was relayed to the ABG Parliamentary Committee on State of Emergency at a meeting in Buin yesterday. Molomogacho, who is also Director of Rural Health Services at the Buin District Hospital, said that, like in PNG, Bougainville had 4 months since the news of deadly coronavirus to prepare, but nothing has been done to date. He said in the case of coronavirus pandemic, the establishment of quarantine and isolation centers is paramount before any cases are detected. Mr. Molomogacho said in the country, COVID-19 operations have gone past preparedness stage and into the alert stage because of the detection of cases in the country. He said that this has placed the region in a precarious situation where people have to work twice as hard to establish quarantine and isolation facilities whilst addressing and mitigating COVID-19 cases. The committee was told that the South Bougainville COVID-19 Preparedness and Emergency Coordinating Response Team has drawn up a COVID-19 operation plan with a budget that would be supported by the member for South Bougainville and Communication Minister Timothy Masio. The committee has identified sites for quarantine and isolation centers, work on which should commence soon. The South Bougainville DDI board has approved 1.5 million kina to support the COVID-19 operations. To end the news, calls have been made to the autonomous Bougainville government to immediately look at limiting the number of political parties to fill in candidates in the coming 2020 ABG general elections. This call was made from Arawa today by the former chairman of the Central Bougainville Combined Council Elders Chairman John Donna. He said that Bougainville must continue to maintain peace and unity amongst its citizens, and establishing many political parties will only create disunity. Mr. Donna said this would derail all the hard work and progress we have achieved over the years. He made these comments when welcoming the announcement of John Chisiasi as the new registrar of political parties on Bougainville. Mr. Donna said Mr. Chisiasi was a very experienced government worker and his appointment is good for Bougainville. This has been the New Dawn FM News in English. You can also see our news on the websites on www.bougainvillenews.com, www.bougainville.taipei.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On behalf of the news team, I'm Aloysius Laukai. You have a safe weekend. Good night, and one kind news long Tok Pisin me Aloysius Laukai by Rhythm. ABG Ministerial Committee long state of emergency as the ibing simplanti ask him he can make longer people below South Bougainville time only bungon time all as the people have been talking committee or some state of emergency he making people kissing big pla heavy through time only put him plenty restriction businessman na Mary he talking committee or some business belong only working laws because cycle belong business and power up time or line of place line of market always stop long working work belong salim or something belong long market na buy or something lo store committee emoklo look lo central na South Bougainville location tinting lo people suppose this state of emergency or can surikim or by only rausim this in lo making this plan by come up behind long committee game report lo parliament time only go back nothing down long June 9th 2020 all people have been talking committee or some all no film impact or some sample look save long or some money only put him long awareness belong this COVID-19 na only like him sample man he must clear him this all talk Bougainville State of Emergency Controller Deputy Commissioner of Police na Chief of Bougainville Police Francis Tokura he talk of some police all right long this triple region long this time long state of emergency so you got to legally make nice you come up where all law enforcement officer long and you long handle him long level long Mr. Tokura be making this plan talk long time and me give him daily update long all newsman that long avinon and me talk two police officer where all been crossing border you go Solomon Island only charge him all pennies na bali mas buy 1,000 kina 1 or suppose not go kalabus one player lo bekut aus kalabus Commissioner Tokura Tok Police by piani met all way long and low walk long look long one and something more by make him long display tupla officer long all school Mr. Tokura Tok a meeting one time education department long look low way all can make him all display health protocol long Larimo school he open long all policy come inside the Bougainville Commissioner Tok close to by policy come inside that's all only must wait him quarantine na isolation facility he finished past time all walk long all I'm talk suppose this plan someday come up all by election sampler all state of emergency order ABG Secretary of Health Clement Totabun he talk live lo people lo Bougainville and me big plus something na only must protect him and make him this plan talk long time lo hand over take over long for car where different been donating long health department this week Mr. Totabun he talk long over the place ground plan the people who will die lo 1,000 na this big worry long department belong and we talk plan the people who will ask him Bougainville must hold him election hurry up na this and by come up him heavy suppose election come up lo time long state of emergency health secretary talk look out of them suppose election is start na inside the election only talk out of them one black COVID-19 case he come up positive by Eminent Zurich that's all by stop him Bougainville election he block lo harim news come lo new on FM Bougainville is not ready long this big plus sick coronavirus suppose me come up inside lo Bougainville this me big plus talk one big man lo buin ausik launo molo mogacho he been making long time lo meeting one time ABG Parliament Committee long state of emergency lo buinaste molo mogacho emi director two lo rural health service lo buin district hospital na emi tokosem osenta solo Papua New Guinea Bougainville he been got 4 moon long ready molis bla all something long this plus sick by come inside time only harim this talk lo sick you come and talk coronavirus and me big plus sick where people must ready him quarantine na isolation center long ready long this plan and me talk some country and me stop long level where emoklo fight one time this plus sick time on not be ready long this plan and me talk this plan make him na people he walk hard through long hurry up him or quarantine isolation center na long one kind time to look long sick where he come up finish committee all been talking was South Bougainville COVID-19 committee and me ready finish now ready plan belong in a budget whereby member of South Bougainville na communication minister Timothy Matthew by supporting committee I mean, look finish too long. Up I work in quarantine, isolation center. Now walk by start close to South Bougainville DDA board. Even Toko right long 1.5 million kina, whereby use him long display work blow him coronavirus. Now long finish him news. He got sing out. He go long ABG government long look long stop him on number political party. Where we can stop inside long display election long 2020. Display sing out you can make long Arawa long all black chairman long Central Bougainville Combined Council of Elders chairman John Donna and we talk Bougainville it must continue long strong in peace na unity na melo people belonging na plenty political party by come up in big division. Mr. Donna he talk this plateau by part of hard work where all the people have been work one time na make him na come up him good place in long all year go finish. And me make him also talk. Time me talk welcome long time come and talk out lo John Siziasi only make him finish or some register political parties lo Bougainville. Mr. Donna he talk Siziasi me one black experience government workman na emba make him good pla work inside lo Bougainville. This play finish him new on FM News long Tok Pisin. You can look him on news from April or www.bougainville.typet.com, www.bougainvillenews.com. You can be on me platform Facebook and Twitter. You can have him news from me platform long News on FM YouTube page. Maybe Aloysius Lokai, make him news team lo News on FM. You got good play weekend.